Suddenly, Nick noticed something strange about the magnetic field around them. The next second, a red glow appeared in the distant woods, accompanied by a low roar. It was definitely too late to run now, so Nick quickly went to start the cable car while the other two were responsible for providing cover. But just as Maya had pressed down on a grenade, the terrifying monster emerged from the bushes. Maya, nearly suffocating, immediately fired a shot. However, not only did the monster not die, it was completely enraged. Realizing the situation was bad, Maya turned and quickly ran. At the same time, the cable car had been started on this side. Lisa turned around and got on. Although Nick also got on the car in time, Maya was too far away from them. Seeing the monster rapidly approaching, in a moment of desperation, Maya could only quickly climb up the cable tower. Just as Nick and the others passed beneath her feet, Maya leaped. After sliding for a bit, Nick steadily caught her, but the next second, the monster's tail fiercely lashed at the cable. Behind the three people desperately running was a man-eating monster, but at the critical moment, they leaped across the 8,000-meter altitude line. Unexpectedly, the monster suddenly stopped attacking. Afterwards, the three of them, still in shock, found a wooden house. Only then did Lisa reveal the origin of the monster. It turned out that not long ago, an unknown creature suddenly emerged from underground. In just 1 month, it had wiped out 90% of humans. According to Lisa's data analysis, these monsters did not sleep or rest. It seemed that hunting humans was their sole mission. To escape this place the next day, the three decided to descend the mountain through a nearby abandoned mineshaft. But they overlooked one thing. Although the mouth of the cave was over 8,000 feet in altitude, the tunnel extended downward. Once below this altitude, the monsters could appear at any time. Sure enough, as they walked, they suddenly felt something was off. The three immediately covered their headlamps and didn't dare move. The next second, the low roar of a monster came from inside the cave. Seeing this, the three hurriedly ran, occasionally firing shots behind them, but the bullets couldn't penetrate the monster's armor at all. As a result, just as the slower Maya crawled out, she was blocked by the monster. Its palm immediately pierced through her body. Nick turned his head, wanting to pull her, but the monster didn't give him that chance at all. Although the two who made it out were heartbroken, those monsters were not invincible either. The woman discovered that the monsters that had wiped out 90% of humans actually had armor that even bullets could not penetrate. Now Lisa and Nick had to return to the lab, and the cobalt element stored inside might be the only key to defeating the monsters. However, the lab had long since turned into ruins. Scattered medicine was everywhere, but just as they were searching for the cobalt element, Lisa's compass began to spin violently again. Knowing that the monster was approaching, Nick grabbed the element and quickly withdrew. As a result, before the two could take more than a few steps, the tentacles suddenly pierced through the wall in a frenzy of stabbing. They didn't dare stop and ran all the way to the top floor. However, just as the monster had them cornered, Nick subconsciously glanced at the oxygen tank beside him. As soon as the monster showed its head, he coolly fired a shot. The monster was instantly blown away. It wasn't until the two were safely away that the monster gradually regained consciousness. After returning, Lisa quickly adjusted the formula and coated the bullets with the cobalt element, but the first shot ended in failure. At the same time, this also alerted the monster. For safety, Lisa told Nick to evacuate first. Sure enough, not long after Nick left, the monster followed the sound of the gunshot and rushed over, and Lisa's second shot was already prepared at this point, just as the monster pounced over in an instant. At the same time, the rapidly moving Nick suddenly had a blowout. It instantly caused the car to overturn. Nick, unharmed, had just crawled out when he was pursued by the monster. But how could 2 legs outrun 4 legs? Just as Nick was surrounded, the monster suddenly exploded on the spot. Taking another look, it turned out Lisa had arrived just in time. With the enhancement of the cobalt element bullets, these monsters were soon completely annihilated. Only then did they discover that they were actually man-made mechanical monsters. There must be an unspeakable secret hidden behind this. The film ends here. If you enjoyed it, my friends, please follow the blogger. See you next time.